Hello and welcome, friends, to another deck gameplay video. We're doing the second of the two starter decks from Chapter 2. This is going to be the Amethyst Steel, Merlin, and Tiana deck. So we're going to start with the deck tech, going over the cards in the deck, what they kind of do, general themes, then we'll do some gameplay. And at the end, I'll give you some potential cards to add or remove to make the deck a little bit more competitive. All right, enjoy! Alright, let's take a look at this deck again. I just want to throw this out there quick. Please like and subscribe to the video. It really helps us get these videos out a lot faster and makes it more of a capable thing to do. To start off, let's look at the 1-drops in Amethyst. We got Chip, which is just your filler 1-drop. I'm stuck. Chosen exerted character can't ready at the start of their next turn. I haven't had a chance to actually use that yet, but it could be fun, I think. Freeze, you get to exert chosen opposing character, so you can combine those together. Exert 1, make it not able to ready. Hey has been a great card for me, just like a challenge machine. Challenging with them, returning him to your hand, and you'll see that bouncing to the hand and playing again is kind of a theme. And he plays into that for sure. Cusco getting the draw when he is banished is pretty good. So Madam Mim plays into that bouncing back and forth. That then goes into Merlin. So this is the first of the Merlins we're getting. This one you get to look at the top deck card of your deck, put it on top, put it at the bottom. This Madam Mim is actually the best one that I played with. Having the rush and the ability to challenge right away is really nice to have. This Merlin was my least favorite. And the little bit of gameplay that I've done, like the little bit of testing. A little cool thing too, you can see the dragon, Madam Mim, in the background there. Dr. Facilier, an evasive character, kind of nice to have. This Merlin gains you a lore every time he enters and leaves. This Merlin you get to draw. And then this one plays into the overall theme. This is your first of the foil face cards. Whenever one of your characters is returned to your hand from play, it gets +1 lore this turn. So that plays into the Madam Mim thing, with then bouncing your other Merlins. You get to trigger their abilities again, and then trigger this one, and then Hey bouncing into your hand. When he's banished in a challenge, that kind of just ramps up the amount of lore that this Merlin shapeshifter will quest for. Alright, let's take a look at the steel. We got the last cannon. Banish the item. Chosen character gets challenger +3 to help kind of take care of any bigger threats that you can't really deal with. Tiana is vanilla. Cinderella is when you play, you get to draw and discard, which also plays into the bouncing. So if you want to enter the play trigger again, you can bounce that Cinderella with Madam Mim. Hercules, vanilla 2-drop. This is giving you resist. Prince Eric from the last set gives you a challenger. The Huntsman is a reusable draw discard when he quests. Destruction of an item with Benja. Lawrence gives you a little bit of a boost to challenging, and then if you take some damage, you get to quest with him for 2, which isn't bad. Lilo from the last set. Prince Naveen, which is just a larger body to have out there. The Prince has resist again. Here's our second instance of resist in here, kind of a sub-theme. And then bodyguard to protect your more important characters. The Beast dealing a damage when he enters play. Eli LaBouffe, just a bigger body. Tiana, the second of the face foil cards, resist 2, and while she is exerted and you have no cards in hand, opponents can't play actions. I haven't had that ability come up a lot, but I'm sure it's in there for a reason. And then our last card is a big Kronk with resist again. And during your turn, whenever this character banishes another character in a challenge, you deal 2 damage to chosen character. So you want to challenge with him, take stuff out, and then maybe banish more stuff with the extra damage he deals. Alright, let's go to the gameplay. Alright, we are going first. Let's take a look at our hand. Let's just keep, I think with these starter decks, I'm just going to keep whatever hands. In the last one that I did do 1 mulligan, but I think just for testing purposes, I think I'll just keep all the hands that I get and see how it goes. At this point, I think we're looking at turn 1. So turn 1, which is now Prince Naveen into the Inkwell, getting last cannons out just in case we need it, and passing. Alright, let's see what we're playing against. We're playing against Mighty Mike. Let's see what Mighty Mike has to offer. LeFou, so Amber something. And we get a Lilo out, which is not a good sign. Alright, let's see. What do we need to do? So right now we're having a little bit of a problem. So we need to... We could honestly use... No, we need 3 for that. Okay, so I think we put I'm Stuck into our Inkwell, and then get out Prince Eric, and pass. Unfortunately, it feels bad to be stuck with the freeze and the mouse armor, so had I taken a mulligan on that one, I would have got rid of both of those. Not super integral to the deck, and having them not be able to ink is kind of tough in the beginning, and I would have wanted to draw into one of my Merlins, especially having Madam Mim in our starting hand. Okay, so smash into their Inkwell. We're looking at Amber Steel something. Let's figure out what it is. Okay, there's Bodyguard. Whenever you see a Lilo, you're pretty much guaranteed to see a Simba. Really giving themselves the protection on their characters. But let's... Actually, this might work out well for us. So let's put our Lilo into the Inkwell. So we're up to 3 now. We're just going to keep building up to get to that 4. And we're actually going to exert Lilo. And then we're going to use this to challenge Lilo. And pass the turn. So they can use their Simba to take out our Prince Eric next turn. But we got out their Lilo, which is... That 2 lore really does add up fast. So it's nice to get that out of the way. Okay, Aladdin into the Inkwell. And smash. Alright. Alright, we got a Hey Hey, so that's pretty cool actually. We will... Unfortunately, we're going to put Madam Mim into our Inkwell. And then we'll get out Hey Hey and Mouse Armor. And pass. And then next turn we can get out Dr. Facilier. Hopefully get something to ink or something to draw with because we're kind of running out. Whenever one of your characters with bodyguards is banished, you may draw a card. Okay, so Amber Steel bodyguard deck, maybe? Let's put that in my notes. Maybe? Ooh, I really want to play the Beast. Yeah, we'll play Beast. And deal 1 there. And then we'll take it out with Hey Hey. And Hey Hey will go back into my hand. And they'll get to draw a card, which is fine. I'm not super worried about that. Another question is, do we add Hey Hey to our Inkwell? Or do we keep that? I think we just pass. So we can play Dr. Facilier next turn. We got our Beast out there, which is pretty big. Honestly, a good draw too, to be able to play him out and then take out the Simba. Because Hey Hey couldn't have done it himself. I guess we could have used Last Cannon instead. But... Alright, yeah, we're going to put Hercules into the Inkwell now. We're going to play out Dr. Facilier to get some evasion going. And then we'll just quest with Beast for now. And we got our first lore going. It's a little bit slower than the last deck I played. If you watched that one, we were kind of questing right away. But right now we're going a little slower. Trying to be a little more control-y, I guess. Control-y meaning like controlling the play, like the... I can't think of the word. The area. More than anything. Okay, so that Goofy is kind of annoying. Let's play out Hey Hey. And let's put Tiana into the Inkwell. So then we can be up to 6. And then I don't think we need any more. What does this give us? Plus Challenger plus 3. Okay, yeah, I'm actually going to use this. I would like to use this Last Cannon. On Beast, get Beast up high enough. So that he can then... Oh, shoot. Oh, no. I messed up. That's a bummer. Okay, bit of a bummer. We're just gonna finish out questing now. A waste of a last cannon because I accidentally quested with him instead. So, oh, that's tough. Shoot. Alright, well, imagine I had used that last cannon properly and taken him out. I think we're gonna... So this is definitely just a Lilo bodyguard deck, basically, is the vibe I'm getting from it. Is like... Yeah, we're gonna play out this. Look at what's on top. No, we don't want that. That's gonna go to the bottom. Get out Lilos and then protect your Lilo so you can quest for a bunch. So let's just quest here. We'll take out this Goofy. And then we'll play Hey Hey again. Then they're gonna get to draw, what, 2 cards? Yeah, okay. I like this deck. Kind of a cool idea. Because they're just gonna keep ramping up. Which is pretty cool. What does Plasma Blaster do? Pay 2, deal 1 damage, okay. That's pretty good. Because I could do it right now. Questing with Goofy and then quest with both Lilos. I could use Hey Hey and Dr. Facilier to take this one out. Yeah, we're gonna play out Eli. And then we'll take him out. And then they're gonna get to draw again, which is tough. But we can use Mouse Armor on Merlin. Because is it a free ability? Yeah. So we'll use Mouse Armor on Merlin. Use Merlin to take out a Lilo. Play Hey Hey again. Pass. So unfortunately they get to keep drawing into presumably more bodyguard characters to protect their Lilo. And now they got rid of the Hey Hey, which is tough. Because Hey Hey was going to be our way to keep staying in the game. But hopefully the Mouse Armor and Merlin work well together. Alright, sweet. Let's... Okay, so what I'm thinking for this one is quest here. Play Madam M. She will bounce Merlin. I can play him again. Will this be helpful? No. As of right now, I don't have enough ways to bounce. She will then take out Tinkerbell. Oh, I could have put the resist on her. We'll put the resist on Eli LaBouffe. Come on. Okay, let's see if we play out this first. Yes, I'll put that on top. That's good. But can he not challenge? Oh, no, there's no one to challenge. Duh. That was pointless. Ah, man. I'm misplaying so bad right now. Okay, so the proper play there would have been to use the Mouse Armor on Madam Mim. So she would have survived, because now they're going to use the Plasma Blaster to take her out. Or not. Cool. Never mind. That's going to stay on top. That works out fine. We're good. Oh, shoot. Now we got a big old Mickey. Okay. So let's gain our lore. Let's use mouse armor on Eli. We're gonna use Eli to take out, oh shoot, no. Here, here, and pass. And they're just gonna draw a bunch. Excuse me. They're gonna draw a bunch off of Mickey dying too. Oh, and they got Donald. So we were looking good there for a second, but now we're kind of losing it. I like the deck though. I think it's really cool overall. I have resist 1, so that Plasma Blast does nothing. And another Bodyguard and Simba, so they're just gonna, they got protection forever. Alright, let's see what we draw. Nothing. Okay, so we call it a good game. A lot of misplays in that one too. See you in the next one. Alright, we are going second in this one. We got... I actually like this hand. I think I would keep it anyway. So how are we going to play it? We'll go... and Prince Naveen into the Inkwell to play Chip. Turn after that, go Merlin, play Cusco, or play Huntsman. Maybe Huntsman. Nah, I want Cusco. I want that free draw, not the draw discard. Then again, we'll see what we draw into as well. Alright, let's see what the opponent has. Maybe? Okay, steal something. Steal what? Alright, let's actually go Hercules into the Inkwell, play Chip, and pass. Then turn 2, do I want to do Merlin or do I want to do Naveen? I think I want to keep this Merlin around, kind of try him out, and like see if he actually makes a difference. That giving that challenger. Okay, Gravitola into the Inkwell as opposed to using her seems weird. Okay, yeah, let's put Lilo. So we're Steel Sapphire something. Is it the Steel Sapphire starter deck? Maybe? Alright, and then let's play Cusco. And Quest with Chip, and pass. I mean, if they want to trade their Aurora, that's fine. Let's see what they do. So I got 2 ink and an Aurora. Let's see what that means. Okay, fire the cannons, taking out Chip. Okay. And charge into the Inkwell. This isn't the starter deck. And 1 jump ahead to ramp. Okay, let's see, what do we want to do here? We're gonna get up to 3. So let's put... we're gonna put him into the Inkwell. And then we'll play out a Lawrence. And we'll quest with Cusco. Because I want that 1 damage. So Cusco is going to get the 1 damage for me to draw a card. And I want that 1 damage to really matter. And then turn after this, we'll put maybe Prince Naveen into the Inkwell. If they quest with Aurora again, we'll use Lawrence to take her out. Then we can quest with him. So they got Bodyguard on the Prince. So that's fine. So we'll use Lawrence to take out the Prince. And then bounce with Madam Mim. Take out Aurora. Maybe? That's my thought. Okay. So for sure, Prince Naveen into the Inkwell. We're going to use Lawrence to take out the prince. Then we use Meta Mim. Bounce Lawrence back into our hand. Take out Aurora. Quest for 1. Okay, cool. Yeah, I like that play. And then we got our Lawrence back in our hand. We can deal 4 again, and then get him questing after that. And next turn, we'll play him out. We'll be at 5. We could play him and then the Huntsman, maybe get the draw going. I totally missed what they played. But something. Oh, develop your brain. Okay. I actually really like that card. I'm a big fan. A lot of times when I make a Sapphire deck, it ends up in there. Just because I like it. Okay. No, they're at 5 ink. But they put Let It Go in the inkwell. Okay, they got Aurora. So do we just take Aurora out, right? Oh shoot, we can't. Man, sometimes I forget. Still. Alright, let's see, what do we want to do then? Okay, we'll put Prince Naveen into the inkwell. And then put out Lawrence again. And the Huntsman. And then we might as well quest, right? No reason not to. And then depending on how next turn goes, we might just use Lawrence and Kuzco to take out Aurora if they quest. And bounce Madam Mim. Let's see. I'm totally fine with a whole new world. Because I got a great draw. Okay, cool. Yeah, and they sang with Aurora, so that's perfect. So we will use Kuzco and Lawrence to take out Aurora, and then use Madam Mim to bounce bounce the other Madam Mim back. Do we want to play anything into the inkwell? Yes, we're gonna put 1 beast in there so we can get one of our Merlins down too. Okay, so we're gonna use Lawrence and Kuzco. And if they want to take out the Lawrence, that's fine. And then we'll play this Madam Mim. Bounce this one back to our hand. Then we still have 4. Do we play out Tiana? Right now, no. I don't think so. Play out Merlin. Gain 1 off of that. And then we'll quest. And we will take his ability. We'll draw and discard. What do we want to discard? The Lilo we just drew, kind of. Maybe the Mouse Armor. Yeah, I don't think Mouse Armor is going to be super helpful for us this game. And then we'll pass. I'm not 100% sure what they're trying to do with their deck. Trade. Interesting. I guess they wanted the ink. That'll get them up to 8, but still only 7 usable. Then maybe use Nick to take out Lawrence. Maybe they don't realize that he doesn't have the 4 strength anymore. I'm just gonna quest. Okay, cool. That's fine with me. Lawrence kind of coming up clutch in this game. I haven't had a lot of success with him in any of the other games, but... Oh, well, never mind. But having him like that, working in that way has been quite nice. So grab your swords will be a problem for our deck. Alright, let's see. we want to mess with this guy for sure, because I think we're bouncing him to our hand. Yeah. We want to add something to the inkwell. We'll add this Lilo to the inkwell. So then we can play out Beast, deal 1 damage here. Then use this Madam Mim to take him out. And then we'll play this Madam Mim, returning this Merlin to our hand, and then taking out Nick with this one. Boom. I really like this starter deck. I actually built, I think the next gameplay video I make is going to be one, like my own build Merlin deck. So I think that'll be really fun. I think the process of deciding what you bounce back and forth is really fun. And the sequencing in it. And then also Arthur, which isn't in this deck, is actually really good. You gain like 1 or 2 lore every time you return something to your hand. Or you quest with him and then you can return something to your hand and gain 2 lore. So it like plays directly into the style that this deck wants to play into. And it's just really fun. Alright, so next turn we'll be at 7. I think I can get it to 8. And then we can play the 2 Merlins. Yeah. I don't think she's going to be super helpful right now. So we'll put her in there. We'll keep Eli around in case we need the extra, like, punch later on. So that's another 2 lore. And then do we quest? I think we just quest. Then we're up to 14, 15, 16 for sure, 17, 18. We can't quite win next turn, but we're really setting ourselves up. We'll have to see what they do. Because, like, really, I don't know what's going on with this deck. They have a whole bunch of ink. I guess we'll have to see what they do with that. Still ramping. This is a situation where I think, what is it? There's a card that allows you to just put one of the cards from your hand into your inkwell. Don't remember which one right now, but at this point, I think we could. What would they have? They'd have Ready Your Swords. I won't take everything out. So if we just fill the board this next turn and let him do Ready Your Swords, that's fine. Or we play Freeze. Get that exerted. Take it out. Yeah, let's take her out. No more of that. And then how much do we got? We got 6 still. So let's play. Oh no. They disconnected. Well, we're gonna count that one as a win. I think they rage quit. We'll count that as a win. And we'll go on to the next one. Alright, on to game 3. Decent starting hand. Honestly, I'm gonna keep this one. I like that we have the Squirrel Merlin so we can kind of filter our draws moving forward. I guess Naveen into the inkwell first to play chip turn 1, which is exactly what we're gonna do right now. And then after that, hopefully draw into something that we feel a little more comfortable putting into the inkwell, or we just have to do it with Lawrence, even though last game Lawrence kind of came up clutch for us. All right, so we're Amber against Amber something. Seeing a Surfer Stitch isn't a great sign. Okay, and then we got Cinderella, which is one of the new cards that people think is going to be very powerful. Okay, so we're gonna put Lawrence into there, into the inkwell. Then we'll get out Merlin, look at the top card. We will put that on top so we can actually draw into it. And then we'll quest for 1. Because we wanna draw into that Tiana so we can put her into the inkwell. Because our next couple of turns are already pretty choreographed with Madam Mim and the 2 Merlins. So having that card we know we want to put into the inkwell is going to be kind of nice thing to have. Okay, and there we go. So Tiana into the inkwell. And then we will do our questing. And then we'll put this Merlin into play. Having Hey right now is not that great. So he's gonna go to the bottom. Because right now we don't really need him. If we had the other Merlin, it could be useful. And right now we're not doing a whole lot of combat. So, not combat, like challenging. So, we don't really need him right now. He could have been a card to add into the inkwell, if anything. Okay, so song into the inkwell. Aerial. Wonder what song they are getting. I don't know if it shows us what song they get. Maybe they whiffed? Unsure. I should have counted how many cards they had in their hand. Alright, so we got Eli. Eli is actually going to go into the inkwell. And we're going to just try and keep boosting up our lore while we can, because I think something's going to come and we're going to start falling really far behind. So next turn, really hoping to draw something to add into our inkwell so we can keep that going so we can eventually get to Kronk, because I think Kronk will help us stabilize. And then we'll use Madam Mim to maybe bounce the Goat Merlin, I think. Just to keep ramping up our lore. So we'll quest with him first and then we'll bounce him with Madam Mim. So let's see if they start to sing stuff now, because I got a Singer 5 and a Singer 3. So in theory, they'll be singing stuff. That's at least my thought process. Or maybe it's a princess deck? A princess singers? Not sure right now what we're looking at. Okay, whole new world, that's kind of tough. Kind of annoying. Because I did like having that Kronk, but that's okay. We got a full hand. We're going to count that as a win, I guess. And now what we'll do is what? Okay, let's start by questing with everything we know we're going to quest. That's one thing we can handle right off the bat. We know we're going to quest with all of them. We have 5 to work with, so let's play out Madam Mim. Bouncing this Merlin to our hand, gaining another lore. And then we'll play out Cusco as well. So we can draw a card, and then let's take out Ariel, so they're not singing at such a high level. They have to actually... This is only 4, right? Yeah. So then they actually have to play something. So Amber Steel Singers is what I'm thinking. Singer Princesses. So right now we're looking pretty good. We've just been able to quest this whole time while they've kind of tried to do shenanigans. Alright, we got another Rapunzel into the inkwell, so now they're back up to 5. So they could do Grab Your Swords, I think it's 5. Oh, there you go. That takes out a good chunk of that takes out our whole board, which is unfortunate. We're gonna send that to the bottom. We're gonna draw. At least we get a lot of triggers off of it, so that's something. If we're trying to find the positive. Alright, then they're gonna quest. Alright, let's see. How do we want to do this? We're gonna get up to 6. So what do we put? Prince Eric, maybe? Yeah, let's put Eric into the inkwell. And what can we play with 6? Not a lot, unfortunately. So we can do Beast. I don't know if dealing damage, because if they have another Rapunzel in hand, that'll just help them. That's tough. Okay, so let's just Yeah, let's just do Lawrence, so then we can set ourselves up to take out Rapunzel next turn. Because what I'm thinking is we'll do... Since we gotta use Freeze. I mean, it's just sitting in our hand. We'll use Freeze on Rapunzel if they don't quest with her. Okay, well... Oh, no, okay. Whew, I thought they were playing that. That would have really mucked up our plan. Okay, so yeah, if they don't quest with Rapunzel, we'll use Freeze on her, and then use Beast to take her out. I don't know why they shifted that queen on there. I feel like they should have just played it and saved their other queen for later. Or I guess they had enough. Okay, well that kind of messes up the plan with Simba being out there. So now I think we just start questing. That's our best bet. So we'll put I'm stuck into the inkwell. Come on. Come on. Let's see if we can. Damn it! There we go. Okay, that worked. Whew. So we're at 7. Still can do nothing. So let's play. Oh man, that's tough. Let's keep gaining more. There. And we'll pass. Because if she quests, then she's going to give -4 and it's +4. So we're going to lose something. I think we just got to try and race if we can. Because we're close. We're really close. I guess I could have used I'm stuck on the queen. So she couldn't quest. I don't even know if they're going to go on that line. I would assume so. That may have been a better option. So what I should have done is put the last cannon into the inkwell. Used I'm stuck, or use Freeze on the queen, and then I'm stuck, so she couldn't ready, and then I wouldn't have lost Lawrence. Which would have been better. Better play, because they're getting close now. They're starting to catch up. So let's hope for like a Madam Mim. Could really help. The Prince is not going to help. So let's put him into the inkwell. How much do they have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So they're not gonna get there yet. That's cool. So let's live out, gain a lore. Play Tiana out. So if we quest here and they take him out, that's gonna put us to 18, and they'll have to take out 2 characters. Okay, let's see if they can do it. Or else we won. We just got a quicker start, which kind of set us up. A little bit of a misplay, but I think we still might be able to pull it out. If they use... No, Let It Go is Sapphire, so they're not going to be able to use that. And, yeah, because they can't take out our Merlins, because we'll gain lore off of them each time. Fun deck to play against. Kind of a singing theme with the princesses, and then just good stuff in Amber has a lot of good stuff in it. A lot of the decks I've been playing against today have been Amber. Yeah, let's see what they do. If they got it, or if we got the win. Okay, whole new world. think they're just kind of hoping to get something to fix it here. Getting another Merlin goat too, that's nice. And the rabbit Merlin to draw. Yeah, not super helpful for them to do that to us. They only have 2 ink. Because did they sing that? I feel like they sang that, so they should still have 7. Whole new world again. Okay, now they have 2. And we're still fine. Madam Mim's gonna get us there too. They sang that one too. So they still have their full 7. They're out of time. Alright. Good game. And we get the W. Alright, sweet. On to the next game. Alright, we go second. This hand looks decent, so we're keeping him regardless. We can play Tiana out. Little Tiana out early. She doesn't shift, unfortunately. Is this Tiana Floodborn? No, Dreamborn. Okay. So she doesn't shift. What are we gonna put into the Inkwell though? So being stuck with 2 non-inkable cards is kind of tough. So I'm thinking we start with Merlin Crab into the Inkwell and get out Tiana and pass. And I missed what they put into their Inkwell. Alright, so they steal something, unless they already put a different color in there and I just missed it. But they are doing a whole lot of nothing right now. Okay, so we'll put 1 Dr. Facilier in there. Man, we got another non-inkable card, which is really annoying. Especially when they're not super helpful. So like Freeze, I understand the point of Freeze. I just don't think it's a good enough card to be in your deck. And it being non-inkable, if you can ink it, then I would definitely play with this card. But yeah, I think it's too tough without that ability. Alright, what are we doing? Are they gonna use Smash on Tiana? It feels like a little bit of a waste if that's what they're doing. I mean, granted, we have no turn 3 play. Oh, yeah, that's what they're doing. Maybe it would have been worth it to just activate the mouse armor just because. Okay, let's put Dr. Facilier in, and then we'll pass. I mean, maybe there was some merit to doing that. I mean, there was no reason not to, so. Moving forward, make note of that if you have a mouse armor and you're not doing anything with it. Might as well just, you know, use it to avoid Smash and stuff. Whenever this character quests, each opponent chooses and discards. So we got Steel, Emerald, discard maybe? We'll see if that's what they're playing. That could be a fun deck for sure. Okay, we're gonna put the Prince in there. And then we could freeze. No, it doesn't really matter. I think we play out Tiana this turn. So then in case they don't quest, and now we learned our lesson, we're gonna give her an extra resist. In case they don't quest with her, then we can still take her out in the next turn. No, we can't. I did my math wrong. But getting out Tiana will be a nice thing to challenge with. And having Beast, then we'll be able to take it out in the next turn. Or we just draw into our rushing Madam Mim would be cool. What does she have now? Resist 3? Or is it resist 1? Does not add, I guess, maybe. Alright, she is questing. Okay, cool. We'll get rid of freeze. So this is definitely the discard. Steel Emerald discard, which I also have a deck built for, which is, I'm excited to see how well it works. They didn't really have any early game stuff. They kind of just sat there for a second. So I guess maybe they thought they control to the point where they can play this kind of stuff with the smash. All right, let's. Okay, yeah, we're gonna. I'm stuck here. And then we'll put East into the Inkwell and play Merlin Go. And then we will deal 1 damage here, and then we'll Mouse Armor our Merlin. There you go. Awesome. So then we avoid having to discard more stuff. We only have 1 card to discard anyway, so I now have some regrets though in putting all of our Dr. Faciliers into the Inkwell. So hopefully we just become enough of a nuisance that they have to challenge instead of just going to town with this Flynn Rider. Which is something that I can definitely see happening. Oh, they're gonna draw a bunch. Is that going to be helpful right now? No. Okay, let's give this guy his resist 1. Let's take that one out. Let's play this. Let's quest here. And then honestly, I'm just going to hold on to this. Because yeah, they get the draw when... Whenever I discard, they get the draw, but so they could get a draw off of this 1 discard, but right now I'm not super worried about it. How much is he going to be questing for? Only 4? That seems like a lot. I mean, I quest for 4 every turn too, so it's not that big of a deal. 6. Man, 8. Questing for 8 is a lot. Right now they're questing for 5 every turn. But if they quest with Prince John, I'll just take him out really easily. So they can't really do that. I mean, they can keep questing with Flynn Rider, get really close, and just be sitting there with Prince John. Let's see how they do it. Also down to 2 cards in hand for them, which is a little weak. Because you need to get Prince John out earlier, because then you'll be able to draw more off of him with when your opponent has... Oh, and we get the win. Alright, sweet. I guess I thought they were done there. Alright, so we ended up going 3-1, actually, if we count the disconnected game as a win with the Merlin Tiana deck, which was pretty surprising for me. I think we just got a little lucky with our strategy and the cards we drew into. We got to get a pretty aggressive early game and then some really good sequencing in the first and the second one. The first one we ended up losing and had the good sequencing. So additions and subtractions in this. I think Crab Merlin is a little weak. You can probably get rid of him. I would add in Arthur for sure. Maybe not more of the other Merlin. That bouncing isn't super helpful in the end. Definitely get rid of Freeze. Freeze is not... I just don't think it's a good enough card, especially not being able to ink it. Maybe get rid of the Mouse Armor too. The resist sub-theme doesn't seem that strong. So if you're able to focus a lot more on your bouncing and your interactions between Madam Mim and Merlin, and also add more Madam Mim. The Rush Madam Mim can be your removal for you. It can be super helpful. And then getting Mickey and his brooms. I would add in the brooms for sure. I hope you enjoyed the video. Stay tuned. We're going to be releasing more gameplays and decks coming soon. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe and comment with anything that you want to see or any other things you would do to the deck to make it a little better. All right, we'll see you next time.